Wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7 as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Mayfield going to the air right away. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth. And they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
Mayfield now on second down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. At that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
They run for the first time here with Rashad White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Buccaneers had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. first down. Here's White. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to have to hook up to Gage. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They run straight ahead here with White. And it's some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Mayfield on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Escapes the defender. Pass midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
3.5 to go, first quarter. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Here we go.
Ritter back to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten season seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we... At the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Baker changing the play at the line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Kings! Run.
Mayfield looks to throw. Completes it again to Gage. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They go with White on the counter. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they can. Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Touchdown! Russell Gage on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Second down and a run by Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Red, cycle. Green jack. Ready.
On first down, Ritter. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Okay, right.
Now a second and 10. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Right at the sack to Vita Vea.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Blue striker. Ready, ready.
Ritter throwing on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ritter able to get this complete to the tight end Pitts. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Hut, hut.
Ritter now. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bo Melton. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10.
Falcons 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's a down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield with it once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation and making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together. So
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Joe Tryon showcasing the pass rush. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, They've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. They do get a yard there, but only a yard leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the tight end goes in motion left. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's up?
First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Mayfield. To the sideline and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down at 7.
Ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On the set. Slide, 97. Set, go.
Here's Ritter. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've faced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Well, there was a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and they will take over first and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Right side.
Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
A gain of 9 on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. White. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. And this time he is in. Rashad White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ready.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hut.
Robinson with another carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
No surprise, Robinson is looking like one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time. He became the face of the Atlanta football team the second he was drafted, and he should be ripping off big runs for them for years to come.
Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Down the left sideline. Kyle Pitts, touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Falcons 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, they'll run with White. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Mayfield on first down. He sets to fire deep. He's got him in, complete, and in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 55 yards. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Go. Go
And
set.
that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rashad White with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead 4th quarter they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Ready,
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Hustle.
Ritter from the gun. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll go up the middle with White, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. If you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Buccaneers,